Hello and welcome to the Full Pour. This is Sip Magazine's live show. We do weekly at 5 o'clock on Thursdays, sometimes 4, sometimes on Instagram, sometimes from my house. Today I picked a beautiful day on the sunny shores of Lake Union. It's been dumping buckets all day at our office, so that's okay. I'm wearing a tank top to pretend it is sunny, hard seltzer weather, because it will be soon enough. This is August in the Northwest, so who the heck knows? But we're so excited to have you guys here today. Hopefully, we're going to have a decent amount of you drinking hard seltzer with us and joining us. And we are tasting through, in a very casual sense, a number of hard seltzers, 2 big, huge brands. You'll be familiar with them, and 3 regional brands from the West Coast. So we're really excited to taste them with you, taste them together. And we have our expert panel with us today, who don't want me to refer to them as experts. We are all titans of beverage, sure. So we have Monique Tribble from Seattle Cider Co. and Republic of Cider as our cider maker, and she's been a winemaker. We have Adam Alley from Stampede Cocktail Co. And Adam is storied with bartending experience, knows the mixed cocktail well. And then I have one of my besties from college on here with me today, Garrett Howard, who is in medical sales and joining us as a professional consumer. So we're very excited about that. And we've got some good stuff to taste with you guys today. So in true Battle of the Hard Seltzer, it's a hard seltzer taste off. I'm going to add everybody in here because we're at the Today Show. And thank you guys all for being here. Excited to have you and to drink some cider. So let me check in and see if we got anybody joining us just yet. Yeah, so let's drink some cider. Why don't you all take a little moment to tell us a little bit about who you are and why you do or don't like cider. Let's start with Adam.
I love cider. But I think we're doing seltzer.
Oh my goodness.
My name's Adam Alley. I'm the GM over at Stampede Cocktail Club. I was against it at first, as a lot of like bartenders are. They're like, "Oh fuck, my job." You know, like, if they're gonna be making cocktails in a can, what the fuck am I doing? But I mean, I've been cracking many seltzers open. I love lots of seltzer. It's a good way to drink and not get super bloated like some people do with beer, including myself. Also, I like throwing a shot in there sometimes, you know? Just take a little off the top, pour a little of your favorite alcohol that pairs well with it. Like, ooh, what's my favorite? Like mango White Claw with a little like Jamaican rum in there.
Oh, nice. That's some next level stuff.
Gotta throw some bartending in there, you know?
Yeah. All right. And Monique, let's check in with you. Tell us a little bit about you.
I am a cider maker for Seattle Cider Company and Republic, like you already said. I make cider all day, every day. Love it. I don't know if I love seltzer yet, but one of my good friends who we camp with and we see often, she pours, okay, don't kill me for saying this, she pours white wine with her White Claws or her Trulies, and I kind of like it. I kind of love it now. So that's kind of been my like go-to drink in the sunshine. But yeah, I'm slowly but surely jumping on this whole seltzer thing, but it's not my favorite yet.
So yeah. There's time. And yeah. Gary, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, absolutely. So Adam, I couldn't agree more with most of the stuff that you said. I was not a fan at all, completely against it actually in the beginning. And more and more I was tasting it, and more I was around, really starting to enjoy it. You can drink more of them and not feel that bloat. They're much lighter, less caloric intake, all of that stuff. I turned around and looked at my wife when you said the Jamaican rum and the mango, because we have both of those in the house tonight. So I'll definitely be trying that. That's amazing. It is kind of interesting. You both mentioned it's kind of become almost a boozy mixer that you can kind of experiment with. So I think that's that's a really interesting way to kind of take it as well. But I'm converted and big fan. It's kind of the primary thing that I go with nowadays when you just kind of run into 7-Eleven.
Awesome. Garrett, I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing you. I don't know if everybody else is, but everyone else, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Well, let's drink some seltzer, not cider. I keep doing that. It's not a good thing. So we have 5 different seltzers that we're tasting together today, and we invited all of you to do with us. Got a nice selection of national brands and regional ones. So we're going to go through these just one at a time and just start drinking. So if you guys want to start with we got the Fix. So,
Fix, yeah.
Fix, yeah, that's right. So Fix is out of Northern California. I actually think the founder's a local guy, a local Northwest guy, which is where all 4 of us are.
Cool.
But yeah, so this is a Blackberry hard seltzer, and I believe not necessarily natural, but premium real fruit hard seltzer. So the thing about seltzers that that I didn't really touch on too much in the beginning is their sales are ridiculous right now. Like seltzer is selling unlike anything before, which we always used to say about cider, but now it's really seltzer is just taking off like crazy. So Monique and I were talking about this yesterday, and some Nielsen data came out recently within the last 10 weeks or so. Craft beer had taken up about 11% of the beverage pie for retail, which is awesome in the beer section. And right behind that, at like 10.9% was hard seltzer, which is nuts. So, but just to dial it down a little bit, 85% of those sales are truly in White Claw, which we will be tasting later today. But it's a lot of seltzer that is being consumed right now. So that said, what do you guys think of the Blackberry?
I like it. I think it smells really good.
Yeah, I thought that too. Actually.
I haven't even smelled it.
I think it tastes a little bit, well, I got some farmer's market blackberries this last weekend. It's a little bit sweeter than farmer's market blackberries, but they're good. I mean, my toddler was crushing them. He'd probably crush this too. So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of aftertaste, which is nice.
And then some of the other ones, like a little bit smoother. I don't know if that's the juice that they've kind of added in there or whatnot, but it just seems a little bit smoother, a little more fruitier, a little less kind of artificial, maybe is the right word for it. But I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, this is good. Not like very little artificial flavor, and also like I always get like this bite when I like this kind of sharpness when I drink seltzer, and this I don't get it at all. I feel like I could just crush this. Like it just tastes like sparkling water to me.
Yeah. I get a little bit more sweetness out of it, but I think I just am so used to either like the seltzers that taste like nothing or the ones that have a ton of flavor. So
yeah.
Garrett, just a heads up, I am getting a couple messages from viewers that you need to move closer to your camera.
Okay, I can get closer.
Bring it in.
Now we hear you loud and clear. This is good. I can drink this. So 5% alcohol, like most hard seltzers, and 100 calories, which for there being a decent amount of fruit flavor is really nice that it's not an aggressive amount of caloric count either. So
yeah, and I think you're right on the money with the smoothness from the juice, because I don't think any of these have actual juice in here. Maybe this one does. I don't know.
I think actually,
the Seek Out does.
Yeah, I think. I don't know if San Juan says, but well, let's try the. I'm gonna crack open the White Claw for Garrett.
Claw.
And this is their ruby grapefruit. So same stats here: 5% ABV, 100 calories. This I do not believe has any real fruit juice, but it could be. It's made pure, which has a copyright by it. I'm not quite sure what that means. Oh yeah.
It might be like Lacroix, which like Lacroix has the naturally essenced
right
like trademark on how they flavor their stuff.
So this is totally more LaCroix tasting, way less fruit character to it. But
there's that like I'm not a real flavor in there.
Yeah. I mean, it has natural flavors, whatever that means.
It's flavor adjacent.
Yeah.
Flavor adjacent, exactly.
I found out that natural flavors actually means doesn't have to be a natural flavor at all. It's a catch-all term for flavoring.
So what does that mean?
Doesn't mean anything. That's why it's scary. It's
nice. Well, that's okay. Just keep drinking.
Garrett, I feel like with your shirt, is this your favorite? Like, are we just gonna call it right now and you love the claw, or?
Well, I think it's the easiest to drink, honestly. If you're going somewhere, you can buy a case of these. I think accessibility is a big thing.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Like I think Ethan will go over. They're it's these and Trulies kind of like first blew up and that you heard everywhere. And so when you go into 7-Eleven and you go to a gas station, you can pretty much count on White Claws or Trulies being there, where some of the regional stuff is
True.
more miss. I think that's why they're capturing a lot more of the market. And I honestly think it's the easiest to drink a lot of, because like I said, there's not a lot of flavors. So you're not going to get overpowered by any one flavor. You don't get that kind of tang after a while. So they go down pretty easy, I would say.
Crushable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Big time. Yeah.
I feel like these lose carbonation really fast though. Like maybe like halfway or like a third of the way through, when it starts to get a little bit warm, they just get flat.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever finished a can because it's too flat. I don't drink them that fast, I guess.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, well, now that you say that, and because I forgot to put on their ticker banner, I'm going to go back to the Fix to try that. It's been open for a little bit longer and see how that's holding up with the bugs.
It's still pretty bubbly.
And it's still bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are distinctly different seltzers, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
How are the Fix packaged?
How are they packaged?
Yeah, like what's the quantity? Do they do like a 4-pack or 6-pack?
Oh, they're 6-packs.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, so 6-packs. Actually, conveniently have that right here. So they're 6-packs, 12 ounce. Like, well, I was gonna say like beer used to be, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then these guys are all the skinny bottles or skinny cans are 16. No, sorry, these are also 12 ounces. So it's the same amount of alcohol, but these are also in 6-packs, right?
Yeah, 2 different koozies.
That's good.
But this says
there
like,
you go.
I'm trying to lose weight. I'm a skinny can.
Exactly.
And this one says, I don't give a fuck. I like flavor.
Yeah. I'm sure I think the guys at Fix are watching and they really like that comment. So talking about different can sizes, we got the Seek Out, which we can jump to that one too. This is the raspberry and Meyer lemon. And just for comparison here, we have
it's a 16.
16 ounce pounder from Seek Out. And I believe this is a 4-pack. So this is an Oregon producer. So this is Two Town Cider. If you guys are familiar with them, I know Monique is. So this is their seltzer line that they launched last year, I think. And they've got a variety of flavors. And their whole thing is like real fruit and nothing but real fruit. So most hard seltzers are it's a malt liquor beverage technically. Like it's distilled sugar, fermented sugar. In the case of Seek Out, they do an apple base, which makes sense coming from a cidery. And then I believe the fruits infused with it are puree. But if you think about it, like if you're cranking out a ton of claws, like a sugar base makes sense and financially as well as just being able to pump through that much product. So, but is one better than the other? We have to keep tasting to decide.
I would say that
transition from their 12 ounce to this, I wonder. This is new, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never seen these. It's just
yeah.
I thought they the Fix has real. Whoops, where'd it go? Real fruit juice in it. Says Ron from Fix. Thanks, Ron.
Hell yeah.
And our friend Stephen Frank.
Oh no.
I do not believe Four Loko was her first seltzer, but it could have been. I don't know.
Four Loco's coming out with a seltzer though.
Well,
Yeah.
we were talking about this yesterday. Topo Chico is also coming out with one from Coca-Cola, which I just don't know how I feel about that.
We gotta wait until we try it. We'll do another one of these.
Yeah, let's do that one. And there's
Was it-
8 more brands out. So
Four Loko was going to be like 11% or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucked up seltzer for
11?
sure.
Whoa,
Four
11.
Loko. It's just
that is like to do what Kristen's saying. That is malt liquor, which is what they do, right? Isn't that? I mean, it's been so long since I had Four Loko.
yeah, it'll be mixed with everything on college campuses. And there'll be probably plenty of things. And making that percentage go way down. I'm sure once it gets irresponsible.
I mean, there's a time and a place for everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this one tastes
The
very
shirt
different.
is fire.
For sure. I mean, it's good. I think it's probably more for a conservative drinker. I don't know how many of these, but I don't know if that's necessarily the point. But it definitely tastes very different than like normal seltzer. It's got a lot of flavor. You can tell it's more.
There's a lot of flavor.
Yeah, I definitely can get the apple base to it, but this still comes out to 100 calories and 5% alcohol, so it's more flavor for the same amount of nothing that I guess you're going for.
The flavor is there for sure. I'm not getting a lot of bubbles. I don't know if that's just me. Okay. No,
Yeah.
I'm like not a lot of
Not really,
bubbly.
It's kind of like the apple base gives it some nice complexity, but it's actually like it loses so much carbonation. It kind of tastes like a watered down wine,
Mhm.
like a white wine, like a watered down white wine or like a rosé kind of. But
Yeah.
it lost its carbonation quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't sure it was just me.
The flavor, though, out of the 3 of these, as far as like the intensity and tartness
Complexity.
and sweetness ratio, this is I like the flavor of this better, but I would like it a little bit for my seltzer that I've had like 4 times in my life. I prefer a little bit more bubble, a little bit drier, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And 4 times means like 4 instances, not like 4, because obviously you drink 70 when you drink
Yeah.
them.
Right. Any instance.
Well, the thing is, if there was more bubbles, there'd be more like carbonic. I think it's carbonic acid, so it would be less sweet. If it was more intensely carbonated. So I think that would actually like fix the issue that you're having there. I would really like to have it like just be more intensely carbonated, because then I think it would be like super crushable and good.
Well, and I'm wondering, so I've had other ones from their line, and I've never thought it was short on bubbles. So maybe we got a sad pack. I don't know.
Sad batch.
Or just tasting against these others that maybe have a higher volume of carbonation.
It's true.
Totally.
Yeah.
Just if you're tuning in, letting you know we're doing a hard seltzer taste off here on the Full Pour this week, and we've got 5 different hard seltzers that we are going through, a couple national brands and a couple regional brands. So where does that leave us? Let's jump back into national brands and pop open Truly Pineapple. Wait, Truly with a hint of pineapple.
Anybody
I've
else
never
get
had a
this
Truly.
sweet duct tape can?
Oh, yeah. For Monique, I was doing a test run. I was going to duct tape all of these so we could do a blind. And then I was like, that's silly. And so then Monique got that one on accident.
Especially we wouldn't have known which one's which. We would have had to open it like
Well,
on air.
I was going to number them. And then I was like, it is actually, these skinny bottles take a lot of duct tape. It was just a lot of work. So I gave up. She got my one effort. And it doesn't look like she likes it.
I've never had a Truly before. This is actually new for me.
Garrett, do you feel like you're betraying White Claw by drinking Truly?
No, I started with Truly, and then I switched over to White Claw just because it is a little bit less flavorful. It's a little less sweet. I think the pineapple was a little bit later to come out in their flavor kind of choices, and the pineapple's not terrible, but it's definitely sweet. I don't know how many pineapples you could do in a row if that's what you're going for, but I don't mind the flavor, for like one. But they do come in variety packs. So drinking the same flavor.
And talk about one that would taste good with rum.
Yeah. This one would fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is definitely, to my palate, the sweetest of the bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely
Definitely.
fills the mouth with like that pineapple flavor that you get from like candy,
Mhm.
and it doesn't have the acidity that like pineapple does. So,
But it
If it-
has natural flavors.
hell yeah, it does.
Natural flavors.
Fuck yeah.
I feel like they added too much of the pineapple essence, and
It's a
like-
lot.
yeah, it's a lot.
Because it's just a hint.
Truly.
Just a hint.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think this definitely skews towards the sweet. There's a couple that aren't even like involved in this today. Like when Bud Light came out with theirs, it tastes like melted Otter Pops. It's that
Oh.
like
Mm.
particularly sweet. They're hard, I think, to kind of drink. I don't know where they missed the mark exactly, but they go to like the extreme end of like very sweet. It's kind of, you can't even. I didn't even get through like a whole case of them.
The
What
Bud
was
Light
it?
one?
I didn't hear you. What was it?
The Bud Light seltzers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're tough. I don't know. They need to go back to the drawing board, I think.
Have you had the Corona ones?
I haven't had the Corona.
Corona's got one too?
Yeah, everybody got one.
Jesus.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't know that either.
I haven't. I was curious.
it seems like they're all like those bigger brands are skewing more sweet. And that's why I think White Claw is like keeping it pretty tame.
And the same thing happened with hard cider too. The bigger brands skewed towards sweet, and then they acclimated. And I mean, Monique, you can speak to this too. But looking at like Angry Orchard, and they started out much more semi-sweet than anything, and then they released like, I can't even remember what they would call it, like crisp, I think, and then even from that it'd be like extra dry, or I don't know. But you start out. I think as the consumer gets to know what they like more in beverage, period, they start out sweeter and move to drier.
Yeah.
And I think that it's something that's kind of like your palate as you grow up anyway. Like you just kind of start like, I don't know about you guys, but like Garrett and I grew up drinking. Oh my God, I was just saying Natty Light, but that's not right. What did we drink? Bush. I'm so sorry.
Why not Natty Light?
Which I think is a rice base, so it's kind of sweet too. And it's just like you drink these sweeter, easy to approach beverages as you figure out that like alcohol is actually cool, and you want to taste like what you taste versus like just to get drunk. That's how we all cross the bridge to advanced palate / full blown alcoholism.
As a young man, I'd be drinking this.
Yeah.
No lie. This is like the level of flavor I'd be going for instead of Four Loko, which is also what I was drinking.
I think I also drank that at the same age. Yeah.
Well,
That's wild nights with Four Loko, that's for sure.
Doesn't
one of these also own Angry Orchard? Like, is it White Claw or Truly? I think it's one of the big ones.
I think Truly is a Boston beer.
Boston beer, yeah.
So then it's White Claw that is Angry Orchard part of Boston.
What's the chat say? Hit us with the internet.
Boston does the Truly, but I don't know who does White Claw.
White Claw might just do White Claw. It's Chicago. Mark Anthony Brands.
So I think that's
White Claws.
Orchard, isn't it?
If you're watching and you know, speak up.
Yeah, hit
Angry
us with the
Orchard
chat.
under the Boston brand, right?
Yeah, about Angry Orchard's Boston beer. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
Truly is that's why you're not seeing any like Angry Orchard cider seltzers, because that's their brand.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to San Juan Seltzer, which I got to tour their facility yesterday when I got us our seltzers to drink.
Nice.
This is a serious operation. They have some like state-of-the-art equipment to make seltzer. I've never seen anything like that, which was pretty cool to walk around and look at it. Also, they had like, I don't know, I'm assuming they were of age. Well, I don't know how old. But they're youngish people on their summer breaks working the canning line. It was adorable. I'm assuming they're family members. I don't know if that's true. But
Just ousted them.
yeah, no, they're all 22. It was cute. It was just nice to see, like, I don't know, everyone's masked up and gloved on. It was nice to be going to a production facility. And I went and saw Monique over at Seattle Cider, and they were all the same. And you guys had some really nice masks going on too.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of them.
A lot of patterns.
We have to. Everybody has to wear a mask. I mean, that's the same. Did San Juan have everybody masked up?
Yeah, everyone. I'm just saying, everybody. It was cool to. It was nice.
Colorful.
It was nice to go to production facilities again. I sat on a bar at a patio bar last Friday, and no one was on it, and it felt so. It wasn't but yours.
Was that?
I was yours a couple weeks ago, but it was nice to sit outside, and I had lunch, and no one was out there, and I wasn't worried, and I just ate and drank a beer and like worked, and it felt so normal. And then somebody walked by, and I was like, "Where's my mask?" So it's like really normal life. But anyway. San Juan, this is their Oregon Pear, so this is a new one for them. Ooh, and this one
I
is
like
our
it.
lowest calorie count. Actually, everything's at 100. This is at 85, if that matters to you.
Mm-hmm.
And still, I think at the same 5%. No, 4.2%. So
Okay.
a little
Like a
lower
light.
than this guy too. So this was the Northwest's first hard seltzer brand. But Steve might be right, and Four Loko might have been the first. I don't know.
We went camping this last weekend as a company, and we had a lot of San Juan Seltzers, and we tried them all. And I was pretty drunk, but I remember the green one being really good. But I also hear that they have a Fiji apple that's also really good. But like, I love this.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's really good. It's a really good flavor.
The smell's kind of weird, but like the taste is like bomb.
Yeah.
The smell out of the can was kind of weird.
Kind of a weird smell.
A little stanky, but
if you pour it in a glass, it smells a lot better.
Oh,
it brightens right up.
Oh, good.
Way better.
Okay, I didn't have. Whoops, I'm pushing all the wrong buttons here. So Oregon Pear. So I did not do my research on this like I planned to, but I'm assuming this uses pear juice from Oregon. I don't know, Monique. You might know better. I feel like this tastes like Bartlett's.
Oh man, I have no idea. I don't know my pears.
I wish my friend Trevor from San Juan Seltzer was on the chat right now. He'd help us out, but
I know Bartlett's, but I could not like differentiate what pears what.
Adam, Amory says you love flavors.
I do love flavors. Flavors are nice.
Flavors are nice.
I know a lot of people that really like.
There's a lot of ingredients in here.
Oh, is there? What's going on here?
Where are we at?
Natural pear essence, citric acid, acetic acid, malic acid, malted rice, CO2. It's interesting.
I'm getting all that acid. I'm definitely getting that.
Questions for San Juan.
You want to know how they do it?
Yeah, I got to go over there. I want to know.
You should. I think you'd find it interesting too.
Yeah, I really do need to go check out their cellar.
As the cider maker, the malted rice, is that just another? What's going on there?
We don't use malted rice in cider making.
Well, but like, do you know what it's doing in here?
I guess I would assume they do it for like mouthfeel for texture.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I really don't know.
Oh hey, Erin.
Lovely assistant brought me a glass.
Bring him the Jamaican rum.
Man, I want that.
You got the nice, Adam. Oh.
I got you.
I really like this. This is very. It kind of actually reminds me of, even though it's a different fruit, but the peach Lacroix, because I like peach Lacroix because it's a ton of peach flavor. It's like the most flavorful Lacroix, I think.
Have you had watermelon Lacroix?
Yeah.
I just had this last weekend. Isn't it like French or something? It's hard to find.
Yeah.
I've been finding it. It's good though.
I found it at PCC. I think that's the only place I've seen it so far.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a Lacroix house.
By the way.
Better in the glass?
I think so.
I agree.
Better in the glass. Yeah.
It loses a little bit of that like stank.
Mm-hmm. That's the only one with.
I'm drinking out a can because I feel like that's how most people are drinking it. But now you're convincing me that maybe I should pour it in a glass.
I mean, I would normally drink it. I just wanted to see what Monique was talking about, but you're right. You're right. You're right.
Thanks.
I just dipped my nose in this.
You also like covered one nostril. Yeah.
Oh,
Also an effective way of drinking.
don't tell
I think
San
this is
Juan.
my favorite.
I think it might be. I really liked the fix.
Oh yeah, Fix. I forgot about Fix.
Yeah, it was more like. But well, actually, I just saw this. Interestingly enough, I don't think we talked about this. The fix has 4% juice in it, which I don't think any of the.
We talked about the juice.
Farts. I missed that.
We were saying that that's why it was kind of smoother.
Oh yeah,
Or that's why we were guessing maybe why.
It's been a long day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's rainy.
It's rainy. It's ugly.
We all look like we're ready to party out in the sun though.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta chime in on Juan Seltzer. Everyone's 21 plus. I know they were. They're just like young, sweet, fresh faced. I know you guys are following the laws.
People are just sprinting from the building right now.
That's funny.
The cops are coming.
I know. I have interns that are hardly 21, like they're just 21. So I get it. You're like, no, they can drink booze. I promise.
Yeah, I'm checking IDs all the time, not even believing the IDs. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah. Can you pull the mask down?
Yeah, that is a weird question to ask.
Yeah. How does that work checking IDs with masks on?
So with most private businesses, you can kind of choose to like let people take their masks off at their table, and that's usually when I check their IDs because then their masks are off. Because otherwise, it's like, yeah, this is you, I think.
Way to go.
It's the best time for underage drinking. You didn't hear it from me.
It's true. Although, I don't. Oh, we got some
Thumbs
wrong.
up over there.
We can try it out.
Yeah.
Here with the pineapple.
That was Garrett's lovely wife, Erin. We are E squared, and we have been besties since 2003.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Quick, what's an embarrassing story about Erin James?
Yeah.
There's so many.
Support this.
I used to, in college, when I drank too much, they'd call me cheese stick because I always ordered Papa John's cheese sticks because it was right across the street from my house. If you haven't had Papa John's cheese sticks in the early 2000s, then you're missing out.
I haven't.
Shit was good.
Any kind of cheese stick when I'm drunk.
All cheese. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bread, like pizza. Yeah. Okay. Let's start from the top.
Okay.
Let's do a power run through everything and see what we think again. So I'm gonna switch back over to my banners. All right. So we have the fix power taste. This still has a nice amount of bubble.
I know.
It's really good.
Rest. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it seems like it's a different type of carbonation almost. I don't really know everything about carbonation or anything like that, but it's a different kind of bubble. Feels like
It's looser, but it lasts longer.
Yeah. It's a softer bub. Softer bud.
Yeah.
Tight bubs.
All right. Let's hit the claw again.
Claw.
Made Pear.
It's all right.
The claw has almost completely given up on the bubs.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I feel like you still get plenty of grapefruit.
Definitely.
So this would probably be better in a more aggressively drinking scenario, or maybe one with or like a cocktail format.
Yeah, it's like drinking. It's actually like drinking Lacroix. I mean, like there's
at this point,
The
which is like
Lacroix.
scary when you get 5%. Well, it's only 5% alcohol.
no big deal.
I mean, like you have like 70 of those. Let's see. Okay, Seek out.
Seek out.
Still a ton of obviously the fruit flavor here. It actually tastes exactly the same. It just still needs more of those bubbles.
Yeah, I feel like the bubbles are like completely gone in my.
Totally gone.
Yeah,
That Meyer lemon is strong.
it is.
It is. Yeah. Okay.
Hit us with a better carbonation. Seek out. And I'm down.
I swear that I've had other stuff of theirs that The bubbles wasn't a problem. Mm.
Might be a bad batch.
Like I said, bad back.
It's
Bad
like
back.
the most different feeling can as well. So it's like it felt loose to begin with. So like maybe something happened there.
I think
Maybe
it's
some
wrapper.
issues canning in these giant cans. Maybe I don't know.
You said it used to be smaller.
Yeah, it was a 12 ounce, like a little shorty like this.
Whoops. The wrong button.
I would say it's the most complex of all the flavors.
Yeah.
Like
For sure.
the flavors are definitely there. I just need those bubbles.
Yeah, I agree. But it also is like that and the fix. Those two are the most flavor forward, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, quick hint of pineapple.
Hint of all pineapple.
Oh, it tastes better now.
I was just gonna say nope, still don't like it. But I like their lemonade ones, honestly. Like
Someone said that.
Yeah.
but they
So
taste like they just taste like Mike's. That's so rad.
With less calories.
Me, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm good with my
Mike's hot.
Mike's hard.
That's what I grew up on.
That's still around. That was a local guy, right?
That's what it was.
I am actually starting to like this more as well.
Yeah.
It is hinting like a drunk guy at a bar though, like not a very good hint, like pretty straightforward, but
It's pretty. Yeah, it's there. It's not a hint.
Like a drunk guy at a bar.
no hints involved.
With rum, though?
I'm in love with you now.
Wow.
Ooh, what's this?
If you fill your soda stream with vodka flavor.
Damn.
Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Steven.
I don't have a soda stream, but maybe I should get one.
Full disclosure, Steven is a friend of mine and Garrett's from college.
He was my roommate for a couple of years, and
Yeah.
I would consider himself a connoisseur when it comes to the alcohol game. So
Wow.
He's also a very good cook.
Yes.
And he just popped out, well, he didn't, his wife did, a second child. Good job, Steven.
Way to go, Steve. Whoa, that is dangerous.
Let's drink some Oregon Pear. Oh man, that finish is so sweet. The pineapple does. Out of all of them, the truly is the sweetest finishing.
This is on point. This is good.
Yeah. I have my ratings. I have my ratings here.
Everyone came back to me, and now I understand what's happening. The White Claw is owned by Mark Anthony, who owns Mike's Hard Lemonade.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Full circle, put it together. Yeah, I think this is my favorite. No, I don't know.
San Juan's my favorite.
It's these two.
Yeah, followed closely by Fix.
Yeah.
So the reason is because Fix is it's Blackberry, and like that's all. The Oregon Pear is a little bit more complex, and it's the tighter bubbles that I like. Not saying that Fix, like these bubbles are still there for sure. It's just that's not. I like Topo Chico. I like that real tight bubble.
Yeah.
So that's why San Juan's getting it for me, just because it's like I'm getting the tight bubbles, getting the complex flavor. It's not sitting on my palate for like 3 days like the Truly, Yeah. That's why San Juan's one for me as well.
Also, the acid like brightens it up too. Like it just like you could drink this halfway and it still tastes so fresh because there's like great acid in it. So it's just I don't know, tastes fresh all the way through.
There's also like the thing about pears is that they have like a textural quality to them, and you can feel that kind of like it's not quite tannin, but it's like something that just is like touching your tongue,
I know that feeling.
Yeah. Touches your tongue. It's a textural. It's not a grip. It's like a. I don't know. Just think about like last time you ate like a Bartlett pear or something. Like I feel like that's like the orange or the green ones are Bartlett's, right? And it just like the actual like crunchy texture of a physical pear. You can feel that.
It's bringing me there. It's transporting you to eating a pear, which is really what like most cocktails and like drink making wants you to do. They're like,
is it really transporting you there?
Yeah.
I'm there.
Are you there?
It is for Erin, it seems.
It has a textural component to it.
Yeah, she's saying the tongue is there.
Do the San Juans come in an assorted pack, or they're 4 of one flavor?
No,
right?
they're 6 packs.
They have
Six,
assorted.
but one flavor.
The one flavor, well, I don't know if I can tease this yet, but rumor has it you might be able to get
Cancel stream.
rumor has it you might be able to get them more in one pack. But right now they're in a single variety 6 packs. So
Sure.
I definitely got an assorted pack while camping.
Can't you get them at Costco in like a
Maybe it's
giant
happening.
assorted pack?
Oh, cool! So I broke the news like 3 weeks late.
I mean, we were a little north, so like maybe
Yes,
that's
I'm
why.
a journalist. You know, I am on this.
San Juan, what?
I was there yesterday. No, but they are 6 packs. Was that the question? What's happening?
Yeah, I was asking because like when you buy the White Claws, they almost taste. The taste is so faint that if you really are trying to like power through a lot of them, there's not a lot of blending of like, intense flavors or anything along those lines, which makes, I think, the drinkability a lot easier. But the San Juans have a much better flavor, so that could end up conflicting after a while. But I mean, what are you really going for here? Are you aiming at like a bunch of binge drinkers, or are you aiming, are you trying to get like, a quality product? And I think White Claw is aiming at the binge drinkers, where it's like, you can have 100 out on a boat, where San Juan's obviously taking a little bit more of their craft. And saying,
They appeal to like
solid
a wider variety of people with both of these two.
Yeah.
I mean, San Juan is cranking it out. They're like, what did he tell me yesterday? They're like the 7th top selling brand in the country.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah,
I know that.
think about it. Like everyone,
baby.
They're crushing. Everyone in front of them is all national brands. So it's just like they have a serious operation there. Like there's a lot of seltzer being made. And that was cool. It was like kind of cool to see that craft element happening, and but also in the fact that it's actually selling, and it's selling a shit ton.
They have interesting flavors too, which is
kind
of sets them apart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's got their lemon and their lime and shit, and
right. That's like the go to the masses. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Enough.
Like, here's a pear.
Free advertisement here. Okay, so what? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This is no surprise for me personally. The 3 that I liked, the 3 regional brands the best. The 3 that were doing like real shit.
Ooh, that real shit.
I do think I'm gonna go from top to bottom in my top 3. I'm gonna bottom to top. Seek out for what we talked about, lack of bubbles. And honestly, like, it's so stupid to say this, but it was like too much flavor for what I was looking for, which is
a lot.
Yeah, and fix a little bit of that same thing, but the caveat that there's actually juice in this makes a big difference. I think, we talked about that a lot. So that was my number 2, and the San Juan, the Oregon Pear. There we go. Was my number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah.
What about the Nationals?
Like low bottoms. Oh, which ones were the top 2? I mean, White Claw was ahead of the Truly for me.
Yeah,
I agree.
But like,
Definitely.
I think I just really like the lemonade Trulies way better.
Yeah, there is some weird crossover with a couple of the flavors. I think my favorite flavor of any seltzer I've had so far is like the raspberry lime Truly. But other than that, I don't really like a whole lot of the Trulies just because they get way too like sweet and tart, kind of in your cheek a little bit. So yeah, there is certain crossover thing.
Well, it's funny because the major thing that they plug is like there's 0 sugar, like 2 carbs, 0 sugar in the end product, and it's like sure, there's 0 sugar in the end product, but it like still tastes sweet, like and
tastes like on your teeth.
Sweetness.
Yeah,
It's
perceived
what-
sweetness.
yeah, exactly,
Perceived sweetness.
yeah. Which
I mean,
is
there's definitely a little bit.
industry too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's definitely a little bit of sugar added back to these, but it's like very little. But there's a lot of perceived sweetness coming from the acidity too. So that could be.
Not to make you talk about that after we've had like 7 seltzers, but can you go into more about what perceived sweetness is?
Like perceived sweetness is, I mean, for example, like higher, like this one, I'm getting more perceived sweetness on this, and then probably more so on the Truly. And I believe that has to do with like carbonic acid and the acidity that they've added back to it. And obviously the flavor of the essence. I don't know. It kind of tricks your palate a little bit. That's not a very scientific way of explaining it. But I mean, because you guys have mentioned a couple of times that you think some of these are sweeter, but they're all very similar in sweetness. But it's just like all the different approaches that each of these have taken. I don't know. I think I've finished like maybe all of this, and I'm feeling a little tipsy.
I liked how the explanation ended with like a slight burp.
It did. All right.
If I may piggyback on Monique a little bit with the perceived sweetness, there's certain flavors that in our head we taste as sweet. So it's like vanilla is something that you can always add to something and it's going to have a perceived sweetness, even if you're not actually adding any sweetness. It's the same thing with rum. People think rum is sweet, but most rums don't have any sugar in it. They're just like vodka. They're 40%, no sugar added afterwards. But you taste like the vanilla and like things that you get in like your sweets and shit like that. So you're like, oh, this is sweet. And so it's just like things that it might be completely different for each person as well. It's like maybe that's something you ate growing up that was super sweet, and now you're perceiving it as sweet.
Yeah. Is rum made from sugar cane?
It is, but then there isn't any sugar afterwards. So it's like the spirit you get has zero sugar in it.
Gotcha.
All right, guys. It's I just realized we've been doing this for 47 minutes. So, okay, declare your favorite, and then we'll sign off.
Our number one.
Your number one.
San Juan.
Way to go, San Juan.
I would
Extra
say
shout out to Fiji
regional for sure, but I still have to give the White Claw a little love.
White Claw was good.
But I really do like San Juan a lot. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, this was so much fun. What should we drink together next time?
Oh shit. Ciders, obviously. I want to learn from Monique.
Cider
table
together.
We can do ciders with Monique, and then we'll just go drink cocktails at Stampede that Adam puts out for us.
I would love that.
Absolutely. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we really appreciate you drinking way too much with me, and now I got to drive home. I'm going to love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for everyone for watching. T-minus like 2 weeks till our cocktail ebook comes out. We're so excited. It's going to be great. It's going to be free. It's going to be digital, and you'll be able to access it with, like 30 different recipes to be able to go home right now. Perfect for summer. And we're just ready to keep drinking with you. So keep watching the full pour with us on Thursdays. We'll update you every week with what we have going on. And we can't wait to see you again. Thanks so much.